He lives in Silicon Valley, and he is a stalwart. He's a founder, and he's done an exit in a previous startup, and he is someone who understands tech and healthcare as well as anyone I know. Really, really good to have you, Kris, and thanks for joining today. How are you doing?
Thank you, Stan. But before I get started, first, thanks for organizing this. I find this HITLAB Symposium great service to people like us. We learn a
Appreciate
lot
you.
from this. So appreciate the
Yeah,
work you do and your team does. So
yeah, it's really appreciated, especially again, Ainsley Bowen, who's the producer, and her sidekick Jerry Antomato, who is never ending when it comes to forming alliances, partnerships, and developing community at the lab. So, but great to have you here, Kris, and really appreciate your time today. I know you're swamped and you're a very busy person. First of all, just introduce yourself for a minute or two for the audience that doesn't know you.
sure, I'm Kris Narayan. I've been in Silicon Valley for 36 years or so, mostly in technology. I entered healthcare. Might as well kind of tell you what I do. I work with a company called Medikarma. I'm the chairman, CEO, founder of the company. And the idea of Medikarma is pretty simple. To come up with something super cool, I was observing your chat before, and something interesting that can get in your head, makes you attracted to use this product through some cool features. And the more you use the product, the more you talk to Jill AI, our basically health coach, the healthier you get. That was the premise behind Medikarma. And as we started the company, we very quickly realized the more healthy you get, there are a couple of other people who are very interested in you. The health plans are interested in reducing cost of care. So the healthier you get, the cost goes down for them. So they're interested. And the healthier you get, your provider, your health system is actually spending less time, less burnout, more health, which means their year-end bonuses from CMS or health plans is good. So we figured out a way, a patient-centric approach, how to get people healthy and they benefit and the entire ecosystem benefits. That's what we do.
That's
Now,
brilliant.
I'll just add one more thing because of that somebody chatted there. They said, there's so many apps and so many platforms and everything happening, and patient engagement is the key. My answer is, do you remember 1990s? Browsers, browser wars, all those stuff, so many websites. And I asked this question when I go into conferences. Do you know one thing that changed the world of internet browsing and internet usage? It is the advent of search engines. So ask the investment community, what do you think is the search engine for healthcare? So that's how I want to get started. Let me share with you, move on quick to JPM.
Love it. Yeah, tell me. Just tell us, quickly, what were some of the products and some of the innovations that you saw at CES JPM that really stood out to you?
Right. I was first surprised by the overall sentiment. There was very positive sentiment, almost felt like being in the Goldilocks side of healthcare. The fear of recession has gone down. Health systems that we were talking to were all positive. The 2024 budget was going up. The IT spending was going up. That's we saw on the one side. On the other side, the health systems and health partners, there was a lot of FOMO happening right now. They openly told us our management is putting a lot of pressure. Board is putting pressure on us getting into digital health, digital front door, patient engagement. And why is this? Because a lot of them have apps right now enjoying 1.5 stars in the App Store, very poor visitors. So there is a change we are starting to observe, and we are happy with that. I'm not going to go into the investor side of it. Let me just focus on what we saw there.
Yeah.
We saw a couple of interesting things. One, Microsoft was making a lot of waves centered around the nuance in healthcare, enthusiasm for healthcare. But the surprise player we saw both, mostly at JPM, was interestingly Amazon, making a lot of waves through that partnership, their current $9 primary care initiative they're doing so well with. They were trying to connect their partnerships with health systems and threading into health services provided by self-insured employers. So we are very enthusiastic about what Amazon is doing. and figuring out how to get in there, because our effort, current engagement, is a lot of self-insured employers. In the CES, we kind of saw a lot of enthusiasm around infrastructure improvement. As somebody said it well, it is more enthusiasm than readiness. So a lot of people are working on it. What is really coming out, we'll have to wait and see. I'm talking about healthcare. Obviously, radiology has a huge lead because they've been working on this for 10 years. One surprise to us that a speaker before me mentioned, mental health. There is a lot of conversation going on in mental health. There were many products that we saw that was using voice to diagnose mental health and depression. This is music to our ear, because the more you talk to Jill, the more voice samples I have. So I can actually use this to diagnose mental health if I have these algorithms inside Medikarma platform. So we saw this a very interesting category. The last thing that we saw that was interest to us is this continuous push in value-based care. But value-based care is slowly moving because of the health plans from a play on process improvement, better data, interoperability, analytics, et cetera, to improve the risk sharing. It's going more towards the realization that patient is the key. The more you engage patients, the more they may get healthy. So the hyper-patient engagement, our patient-first care, is becoming a fairly significant momentum that we observe. So that's, in summary, what I came across, and open to any questions.
No, it's a great question. Yeah, no, thank you for that. And tell me a little bit more about, again, what you're seeing this, the kind of perspective you're seeing this really with the impact on consumers, technologies and products, especially the ones that were at CES this year. They had very much, CES is literally the Consumer Electronics Show, and healthcare is becoming a bigger and bigger part of that. 10 years ago, it was, 20 years ago, healthcare didn't exist at CES. It was all about the launch of the latest Apple device or Google or Samsung. Now it's really become like 25% is the healthcare stuff. So how do you foresee this kind of impact on the consumers, where digital is really going to, and AI and avatars like Jill that you created here are going to have an impact on the consumer and the patient?
One general comment, and then I'll go into specific. General comment, there is a groundswell of AI in healthcare happening at CES. A lot of people are showing their AI products, as I said, more towards process improvement. Interestingly observed, a lot of these products that I saw were oriented towards improving HR process. And we're kind of taking a note of that. To go back, the comment I would make is, as this groundswell happens, it's not just love at first sight of the app that you see or the platform you see. It's how you sustain interest every day, like TikTok does or Instagram does. So one of the things that we learned from our customers we're engaging right now is a program we have launched called Everyday Jill. Everyday Jill talks to you about your chronic conditions that you have, which one you want to fix, talks to you about your behavior issues that you want to fix, whether it's sleeplessness or not working out or some other issue. Then finds out what's happening with you in the next 4 weeks. School reunion, job interview, what is it? What is it you need to look good and feel good for? Based on that, we launched Jill. It is a soft Jill or a hard Jill that starts nudging you gently or hard every day. She may tell you, remember you told me, Stan, that you want to lose 10 pounds? Get off the couch. It's 5 p.m. It's time for you to go for a walk. So we are starting to deploy Everyday Jill as a stickiness tactic to keep the patients engaged. But overall, CES, a lot of things happening. Last thing I would mention to you is the ring. This is becoming a very key category. Rings are, I saw last time, 5 products being announced, including Samsung. So.
No, that's fantastic. And again, I think, CES, JP Morgan, just massive meetings, again, Las Vegas and San Francisco. What were some of your what were some of your insights just from the program that you saw and the industry leaders and what they were saying? What were some of the insights that you picked up there?
I'm looking at where we are skating to where the puck is going, right? Where do I see the puck going? I see the puck going towards patient engagement. Driven by value-based care and monetization. I see the puck going towards more and more conversational AI interactions. So that's where I'm going, and continuous engagement with the patient. So
that's great. Well, look, Kris, again, great job today. Thank you for giving us the report from the inside on what's going on there and how it's going. And looking forward to having you on the program again soon. Take care.
my pleasure. Thank you.